Okay, seriously, I don't understand. Again, the strange things happening today. Sometimes we just have these days, and especially when we're sensitive empaths and highly sensitive people, and Earth Angels, Starseeds, God's chosen ones, we can just have such different, weird, strange days and occurrences, things happening around us that we cannot always understand. Nobody ever, nobody ever understands and knows everything. So, but anyway, this is just that I have to record another video because, oh my goodness, like seriously, universe, please, please hear me today. Give me a slack. So I just uploaded a short reels about this short video on TikTok as well. When there is narcissistic behavior treatment from customer service, I'm so fed up with these kind of people, and I'm sure that you are too if you are my soul sister or soul brother, because to deal with these random people attacking you. And I just posted a thought today that nobody can endlessly take abuse, because we cannot, because nobody's health is really able to handle all of that. So it is just, seriously, what the F? Seriously, universe, God, hear me, please stop this. And all I can think of is just that I need to be the calm one. So maybe it is just another sort of like a lesson from the universe, which I have learned many, many times in my life, but I don't know, because the universe can send us lessons, and sometimes God even sends us things to happen so that we would just grow and evolve and learn things and all of that. So, but anyway, this is just what is just coming to me, that this is just how it is, and it is what it is, and that's basically all you can think about that, because again, it's not worth it that you're blaming yourself or your health is suffering because somebody is attacking you in some ways. So like I've been saying in my videos and posts, narcissistic people, either they neglect you or they attack you, and it can be a covert or an overt narcissist. So again, because especially lately, I've been talking about this, that you need to be able to stay calm and firm and say no and stick to yourself, your truth, your opinions. Keep your nervous system as calm as possible. So naturally, because I walk my talk, I have to do that for myself as well, and learned this the painful, hard way ever since I've been a child, because my own mother has been always acting like this, and my grandfather was too, and I was so bullied. So it was a very unsafe childhood that I had, and likely you are resonating with this. And so anyway, I just wanted to share about this experience, that this is happening. If you're also having a strange day, then I feel you definitely, and just be reminding yourself that the peace is more important. Because, there are these people who don't reply, or they're purposely or not purposely replying, they're ignoring you. Of course, if it is on purpose and it is toxic energy, toxic vibes, toxic treatment and behavior, then of course it is nothing but toxic. It's negative energy, and we don't need that. It's not serving us, and so it's not healthy. And of course, the more that we can just stay true to ourselves, always the better. To be our true wise selves and not get caught up in somebody else's drama, especially when they are even random people, random strangers online. But so yeah, this happened, that's because we have this big train company in Finland called VR. So I've had awful, terrible, narcissistic customer service from there before, as well as from other places. So it's been very, very painful, a real battle to be dealing with this, because again, you don't know when it's going to happen and all of that. So it's so shocking, and it can be so scary and overwhelming to be dealing with these things, these situations. And I just wanted to share this, that it happened again, and this person banned me from their chat. I was in their free chat room because their phone line is so expensive that you don't even want to call there and pay a big bill. And so this happened again, that this person didn't want to serve me, just banned me. So if you treat people like this, who will want to buy even your services, your tickets? Who's going to trust you if you keep on treating people like this? So this customer service person seemed to have a woman's name, and she was stabbing me in the back in that chat when I was trying to reason with her normally and communicate normally about the issue with train tickets that I had to deal with, that I had to ask about. So she was clearly getting triggered, and I also told her straight up that you cannot be treating people this way. If I had treated people like that in customer service jobs, I'm sure that I would have been fired, or at least given a serious warning. So again, rather than solving the issue that I had to ask about, that person attacked me. And of course, they always want to attack you on a personal level, it's your self-worth and value that suffers, even though this is really not the truth, and you don't need to let it get there. So of course, again, if this sort of thing happens, you just need to protect your peace and your health and your state of mind, your mental health, and remember that this person is just acting out because they are just being very immature, very negative, very toxic, and they don't know how to communicate in a normal, respectful manner. They don't want to help you. That is the thing. They don't want to help you. They cannot help you. They are supposed to, but they cannot. It is so crazy, but this was just another reminder that I'm the one who has to be the smart one, the adult one, the wise one, the empathetic and compassionate one. I'm not their mother, and so I'm not taking that role on, and I'm conscious of my peace and my health and where I stand, and instead I focus on my peace and on what matters today and every day, and to better things. And so it really feels so crazy. I'm sure that we will never get used to people like this, and it shouldn't be like that we would have to. But again, there are certain things that we just need to do to be able to handle these situations. So just another reminder and experience regarding a narcissistic person, that you really cannot communicate rationally with one, and they don't want to help you. They don't want to serve you. They're, for some reason, some false reason, they are working in this position if they're supposed to help you in any way, like I've been saying in my videos, but they cannot ultimately be helping you or serving you, and that is why they act like this. That they disrespect you, they neglect you, or they just fully and truly attack you and blame you basically for everything. Like this person was talking to me in this way by putting me down, that, oh, you have been told this same thing before, and I was saying the same thing to her in a cold manner, that you have been told this as well. Because I was so fed up, and I've been so fed up with their customer service. Like I said, I've had many experiences with this company before, that things just don't work, and they have dirty toilets even in the trains, for example, and rude staff, and it seemed like it was improving, but apparently not, because this happened. And so so I was just normally telling this person that yes, I have mentioned the same issue before to other customer service people there. And she was like, oh, this text is here and says that you have been told this. So she kept repeating herself. So this is also another pattern of a narcissistic person, that they just repeat their opinion and issue. They don't want to hear you. They are not able to hear you. So you will again be left unheard, and you will be disrespected, bullied, put down, undermined in any possible way that they can. But maybe it was because, I was not backing down. I was not pleasing her. I told her that this is just not acceptable and I will send feedback about you. And I did, which I usually do if I have the time and the effort that I can. Because it's important that we bring these things out, that we are not silent, because nothing is going to change if we don't speak up. And I've been getting apologies and people saying sorry for my experiences from there. So it has seemed really like it's improving, like I said. But again, this is something that can remind you of your narcissistic parent if you've had one, because that's the same pattern. No matter what you do, you will never be enough, and they will always keep you apologizing and saying sorry and blaming yourself and explaining and overextending yourself and etc. And like, for example, my narcissistic mother was blaming me for treating my son wrong, when I should have been able to tell her that you should look in the mirror. And I have, but she won't listen. But of course, this is usually the pattern that happens. And all we can do is just stay sane and remember who we are and not let this thing affect us. Like a normal mother doesn't judge you. But real maturity will always be the energy of calm and peace, to be wise, to be the smart one, to take the high road, to not give energy and attention and effort to the things that don't really matter, and to be able to differentiate these things, to discern these things of what really matters and what doesn't. Like, for example, your children are more important than some random narcissist who attacked you. Your pets, your health, your life are more important than somebody who is having a bad day and is lashing out on you and projecting their pain on you because they are too immature to seek therapy and to be healing themselves. So yeah, again, this is the fact. So whenever you have needed help from a person who turns out to be a narcissist, you just end up hurt and suffering. But of course, again, you decide if you let them hurt you. You don't need to let them hurt you. You don't deserve it. It's not your fault. Abuse is never the victim's fault, like I've been saying many, many times. And we just have to remember our own worth and value, and that we must choose peace, really. Choose peace and love, because it's the ultimate only way to go. Not being stressed out and hurt and triggered, especially by a random person who really has nothing to do with you. The way people act is a reflection of them and their issues. And again, an example of a healthy person's dialogue when they are a customer service person. They listen to you, they value you, they respect you, they understand that they don't even know you, they don't get into personal things at all. They don't make you feel like you are the crazy one or like you're attacking them or something, when you're even not doing those things. They are a respectful, smart adult who is able to stay calm and respectful and decent. And they will want to help you because that is what they get paid for. They are there to help you, to serve you, and to handle the issue or the question, whatever you wanted to ask about, in a decent manner. So a healthy person would have listened, or in this case, when it is a chat room, this person would have just stayed calm and read the messages peacefully, and then communicated that I'm sorry about your experience. I understand where you're coming from, and yes, I understand your question and the situation, that this is not acceptable, that you have to repeat yourself and your questions. It's very draining. And I understand you where you stand as a customer, and we value you as our company. We value you as a customer, and I want to help you solve this. So they would have asked something like, what can we do to solve this? Or they would have reached out to help, reached out for help from someone else, for example, in the company or something. But in any case, they would not have banned me. They would have been respectful and not make me feel like I'm the bad guy by undermining me, by repeating the same sentences, or you've been told this and this and this, like talking to a child. So these are big red flags that I was dealing with a narcissistic person. And so just to remind you that if this happens to you again, that you can remind yourself of what a healthy person is like. A healthy person would have actually helped me and solved the issue and not ban me from their entire customer service chat. And there have been people in the chat helping me with this same issue many times. And I try to ask why somebody helps and somebody doesn't. But instead of helping me and solving the issue and coming across halfway in a respectful manner, like a smart person would have done, who actually takes their job seriously, who actually wants to serve customers and clients and listen to them and pay attention to their requests and questions and needs like you're supposed to. That is why you work there. That is why you get paid for that job. So a healthy person would have just helped me instead of banning me and withdrawing from conversation from the chat and making me feel like I'm the asshole when I did nothing wrong. I was simply giving feedback and communicating my question and my needs and trying to ask why someone helps and someone doesn't. So they will always get their karma, especially for hurting a sensitive chosen one, an empath, highly sensitive person. They will get their lessons, and either they heal or not, but naturally if they don't heal and look in the mirror how they treat people, nothing's going to change, except they will just be having more problems and torment in their lives, because the universe and God see everything again, and nothing ever goes by from them. So it's a natural cause and effect. So of course, again, this is very stupid, very immature, negative, toxic behavior, and it should not be tolerated in any places. And again, if you're going through these things and you need support, reach out to me. And a conclusion and a kind reminder, honestly and authentically, that a narcissist will always punish you, because they always want all the power and control over you and what it is that they want from you, depending on the situation. In this case, if it is a customer service person who is supposed to serve you and help you, and they fail to do that, you can just take a deep breath and remind yourself that, okay, it is what it is. This apparently happened again to me. It's not my fault. And all I can do is just come back to my peace, to come back to my health and what really matters to me, because those are more important than staying in suffering, than letting that person ruin my day and my mental health and my health and my loved one's day because I'm feeling unwell.